Have you ever witnessed a piece of art that was so good that everything else looked bad by comparison afterward? Well, I was in the same situation, but I managed to fix it. If you're going through what I had just described, I would highly recommend watching Turning Red, so you can lower your standards and start seeing everything else as good. Not even a minute into the film, I felt like I was being placed on an FBI watch list because some of the imagery is burnt into my head. I think the only way I can get it out is Alzheimer's. Turning Red is a movie about a 13-year-old girl named May who wants to look like a perfect child to her borderline insane mom, going as far as to hide the fact that she's associated with her normal friends. But then everything changes when she's caught in 4K drawing hentai of the cashier at her local 7-Eleven. And I won't spoil what happens next, but let's just say her mom basically uses the drawings to commit a war crime so heinous that May fucking transcends reality and turns Super Saiyan the very next morning. At that point, the entire plot of the movie is just May taking advantage of her newfound powers by creating a black market and charging people to witness her new form so that she and her friends can afford to go to a BTS concert. The humor never clicked with me, the art style was very unappealing to me, and overall there were just a lot of moments that made me cringe all the way to the purgatory of my past life. But in the end, that does seem accurate to the average life of a prepubescent K-pop stan, so, credit where credit is due. I understand that the movie's message is about how restrictive some parents can be and how they exert ruthless perfectionism and impossible expectations on their children over generations. And there are numerous scenes that execute this message very well, but with the context of some scenes, it just feels a bit icky. Like, the movie tries to make it seem like May is simply living an enjoyable life with her new form, but that doesn't really deviate from the fact that she was still using her power to make profit, and it's never really addressed throughout the movie, which is weird. It just kind of seemed like everyone apart from May's friends and family were only ever interested in interacting with her because of her power and not who she was as a person. And the movie never addresses this either, and it's just really strange. So that's about it. Sticking the thermometer into this, Turning Red is reading about 30 degrees. I didn't enjoy it myself, but I can see why a lot of people would like it, and a lot of people do like it, which is why I feel like I'm on a hit list right now for rating it this low. But those were my honest thoughts. The movie appeals to a very specific audience that I'm not a part of, so if you watch it yourself, it's either going to be an absolute masterpiece or an absolute masterpiece of shit. So that's about it, but I'll leave you off with one last message. Don't ever trust this guy's opinion. He posted a tier list of Pixar movies and put Turning Red and The Good Dinosaur above Ratatouille. It's a goddamn war crime.